Hi, I'm corporate trainer Dana Brownlee. I wanted to take a minute to address a question that I get very frequently at training and speaking events. And that is, how do you disagree or push back to senior leadership in a group setting when you don't want to seem confrontational or difficult? I think we've all been in that situation. And one of my favorite techniques for this is taking whatever your statement or point is, and instead of stating it, turning it into a question. I learned a long time ago that questions are inherently less threatening than statements, and also people don't generally like being told what to do, particularly when they're senior level management. So let me describe the situation. Let's say you're sitting in a meeting and Jim, your manager, suggests a new application development project. And so as he starts talking about it and pontificating, you can see people's eyes rolling, but nobody's really saying anything. There might be a lot of concern in the room about dumping on yet another project when everyone is so overloaded. But again, nobody wants to feel like they're complaining to the boss. So instead of saying what might be going through your head, you might say something like this instead. Jim, gosh, I see where you're going with that application development idea. I can definitely see how that would benefit the group long term, and I'm completely on board with that. The only concern I do have, and I feel like I have some level of responsibility to at least raise it, is about the timing. Obviously, Bob's number one issue is the rollout of this new inventory management system, and our key resources are engaged with that, and we don't want to slow anything down with that. So I'm just wondering if we start significant application development work, which is new for the group, would that detract from the completion of the inventory management system, or would we end up with some schedule conflicts? Does anybody else have any concerns around that? So what you've done here is a few things. One, you first started on a positive note. You talked about the benefits and said that you support the idea. But then you took your concern or your pushback and you turned it into a question. Automatically, by turning it into a question, it makes it less threatening because you're not telling him what to do. You're pointing out a concern to him and the group, and then they have the opportunity to chime in on that concern. And finally, of course, you're taking it away from a you versus him dialogue and engaging everyone in the conversation, and that can be helpful as well. So I hope that that's helpful. Please feel free to reach out to my website for additional tips, techniques, articles, and videos. The website is professionalismmatters.com/resources. Thanks so much.